Okay, do you see my screen, guys?
I do.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about you. You are
Yes.
voltage, you do security systems, right?
Safety and security systems, fire alarm panels, camera systems, access control, the whole 9 yards.
Okay, beautiful. So all the low voltage integration.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so just so you know, guys, I'm coming from your industry. I'm actually 20 years doing security systems myself. So the system actually created because of security system needs. And then we keep growing, growing, growing. Now we are in a level that we can solve almost any problem that exists. But our actual pain was to integrate between the dispatching and the calendar and the different people in the field and really synchronize all the invoices and everything into one platform and not jump between QuickBooks and dispatch software and here and there and WhatsApping and stuff like that. So, so that's kind of where we came from. So in this session, I'm gonna show you a security system customization. Like this is for security systems. I'll show you how it works. Do you have any special needs that we're gonna talk about, or just to go with the flow and from my knowledge from security, just to show you how everything synchronizes together?
How about we just go with the flow for now, and then I'm sure I'll have questions.
Okay, good. And I hope I have answers.
Mhm.
So from our main dashboard, as you can see here we can see like different widgets. We have small widgets on top. We can see our employees here, and we have big widgets. If you want to change them, you can click on widgets here, and you can activate or deactivate the widgets. You can make it appear or disappear. And whatever you see here, like how many invoices customers, you can change the amount of customers or invoices that you generated per week, per month, per quarter, per year. This is kind of a main overview. We have here video tutorials. So when you want to learn about the system, you can just click here, video tutorials. Oh, I'm not even logged in. Sorry. You can click here, video tutorials. And then here you can see all the tutorials. You can play, pause, jump back and forth and learn about the system, just to make your life easier. Now let's start from the beginning. In the beginning, you can create your business profile. You put your logo. You can connect to QuickBooks if you want to. And we have some Google integrations. After we do that, the next thing is you can connect your payment gateway. So we today currently connect with 3 gateways. It's PayPal, Authorize.net, that is worldwide Visa, and Stripe. And we're adding now 2 more integration. One gonna be like crypto. So some people, if you want to charge people in Bitcoin, and that becoming a hot topic, you can do that with BitPay. And we have another option to that some merchant services that gonna save even more than the other 3. So we're working with some merchant services to get you the lowest fees. But right now, if you have one of these 3, or you can just open an account, it takes 1 day, and you can just connect, and then all the invoices can be paid directly from the email, or you can take payments directly. I'll show you how that works. Now, question for you. Your employees are working on an hourly basis, or how do they work? Per job base?
Salary.
Or they are just salary based? So it doesn't matter how many hours they work in a week, month.
Right.
Okay. So, so next up, we have here an action button. So if you want to create a quick customer or a lead or anything, you don't need to click on customers and then new customer. You can just from here click from the actions, add a customer, add a lead, add a job, anything you need. So if I click, you just take me here. I can start fill out the information, and I'm done. That's like a 1-step process. All the notification will come here. If you want to chat with your employees, you can start chatting with them. You're gonna have timestamps. and they can chat back and forth with you from the app on the phone. And if you want to see when people clock in and out, we have a clock in feature. So you can see when people clock in, where they clock in from, when they clock out, where they clock out from. They take a selfie so we can see their face. Nobody can clock in instead of you. And it gives you a breakdown how many hours they work and how much money theoretically they should get. On your case, you don't pay by the hour, so it doesn't matter. But if you pay by the hour, it will be actually more precise payments on a monthly scale. And yeah, and I can change these dates. I can say, oh, I want to see, for example, from here to here, 2 weeks. Let's say from here to here, I want to see 2 weeks of work. So I can see all their hours, the total hours or per employee hours. And I can move I can do as many weeks or months and just move it around and see their total time and total hours. So that's about that. Now, beside that, we have a shortcuts menu. Shortcut just helps you to navigate to different functions in the system. So you have customers, estimates, invoices, all that, just a easier, like point of sale looking system. We have a search bar. So when a customer calls, hey, my name is David, I want you to check something for me. You can search for anything. So I start typing your name. I click on that customer and I can really see everything, all the notes, all the jobs I did for you, all the plans I have for you, invoices, estimates, electronic documents, reminders, anything I need to know about you. And if there is things that are missing here, or like lines that I want to add, like NVR code or things that I want to have here, I can add like custom fields. So we're gonna get to that as well. Before that, I just want to show you, we have a map feature. Map feature helps you. By the way, while I'm talking, and what do you use today, guys? Do you use any software today, or you are like jumping between different platforms?
Jumping between a couple of different ones.
Okay. So right here, we have employees. So I can look for a specific employee. I type his name. I can click on him. It shows me on the map. I can zoom in, or I can satellite view him, and I can see in real time where he is right now. And this is in real time. Now, I'll show you something history-wise. So this is real time. Then we have a thing called job. So how many jobs do you say you do a day?
It depends. It really depends.
Okay. So I'm just going to show you a concept that you can utilize. So you can create a job and dispatch a job that job doesn't have an assignee. So for example, you want to assign that, but you don't know who's gonna do that job. So you create a job a week from now, 2 weeks from now. And as you can see here, this pinpoint that is green, that means this job is assigned. But theoretically, you can create a job that for this date that is not assigned, it's gonna have a red pinpoint. So you can have like 2 or 3 pinpoints here and 2 pinpoints here. So you can click on that pinpoint and assign that to a technician, let's say Terry. So Terry will take care of this side of the town, and this guy is gonna take care of that side of town. So just to save you routing time, so they don't need to travel from side to side. Or if you know that they are kind of here, you can assign them that job. So again, saving them trip charges and just waste of time, So just an idea, you don't have to, just a cool feature that will help you. And beside that, so map, as we said, it's real-time tracking. We have activity that it's history tracking. So I can say, this guy, how many invoices he created in this time frame, how many jobs he finished in this time frame, how many leads, how many customers, or location where he was in this time frame. So, so if you want to see history of where that guy was in the different time frames, we can do that. So that's all related to tracking and basic things. Now let's jump to jobs. Okay, that's your main dispatch. Let's see that in action. So number one, we can create a job. Let's say we give a PO to a job. So Mike fire system. Okay, Mike fire system. The client is I'm gonna find a real client I have in the system. So I found that customer, it pops up a map for me. If the client have multiple addresses, like you have a vacation house or a factory or whatever, I can jump between the locations and it will actually change it on the map. And so you can add as many locations as you want per customer. And then we have description. So for example, fire system installation. Okay, requirements, bring a siren, I don't know. When do you want to do the job? Tomorrow, what time? 8 a.m. What time I think I'm gonna finish? If I know when I'm gonna finish, I can put a time frame. If I don't know, I can leave it like that, like an all-day job kind of deal. Let's put a time frame on it. Let's say 4 p.m. Okay. Arrival window is like to notify the customer we're gonna be there between 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Let's say. Job category. If I want to put this job in a specific folder, I can create a folder like security cameras, access control, just so I'm more organized with my jobs. I can leave it empty if I don't care. Then we have create invoice. So we can make this job that the job will create an invoice in the field. Or we can base it on an existing invoice that already this David have. So from these existing invoices, I can base it. Or I can say, you know what? No, I want to create an invoice in the field. And that can be hourly based or fixed price or blank invoice, meaning that the technician will come and start building the invoice in the field. I know in our field it doesn't work really, but it's possible. And if it's an estimate, just to come and assess a project, you can make a sale, no invoice, so no invoice is needed for this. It's just to dispatch someone for a sale call. So let's do for this example, like let's say hourly service call. How much do you charge per hour, for example?
Our current rate right now is about 125 an hour.
Okay, and do you charge any trip charge?
That depends. Trip charges are over after the first half hour is the trip charge.
Okay, so let's put the trip charge just for the heck of it. Let's say how much is a trip charge?
You put down 85 bucks an hour, 85 bucks for the first trip charge.
Okay, nice. Now here we have the service that we're gonna provide. So for example, if I choose here CCTV, you can, when you create members, each member, you can say, okay, this member can do CCTV and access. This member is fire alarm, you know, because not everybody can do everything. So when I choose CCTV, only the people that do CCTV will pop up. It's more people obviously will pop up. But if I choose, for example, alarm, so I have only 4 people. And you know, if I choose whatever vacuum installation, I have 1 person. So it depends on you, which person doing what. So on the back end, when you create a job, it's easier to understand who, like really the people that do the job will appear, if that makes sense. So I can assign multiple people or I can assign 1 person. We have more options here, like you can assign third party. That's like if you get a lead from a third party and you need to split some percentage with them, you can do that. And you can add a plan to a job. A plan is like a sketch or like plans that you have of the house, or I will show you that as well. And then I want to notify a client and I want to notify the technician. That notification will come as an SMS and as an email to their email to let them know that we actually gonna come on this date between 8 to 9 because we did 1 hour window. Before I click save and I show you how it looks, do you understand everything I'm saying, or I'm running too fast, or it's okay?
I got it. Rachel, how about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good so far.
You said you understand so far, right?
So far, so good.
Okay, so then I click save.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, I'm just confirming, so I'm not running too fast. So now we have this job name, Mike Fire System. I want to show you on my phone how actually it's gonna come into play. I got a message, I just want to show you. So the message will come something like this. You have an appointment with company name, Pogo Security in this case, on September 9, between February 9, between 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. to change, call this number. So if the client calls this number, he clicks on it, it's actually gonna open an option to call. Okay. Now on the app side, same thing, the technician gets a message, you have a job, please check your app. And he gets push notification, of course, from the app. Now I want to show you, this is kind of the home page. If I click here on jobs, oh, I need to sign in. 1 second. Okay, sign in. Wow. Okay. So if I click here on the jobs, I can see the jobs that coming up, all the jobs that I have for the 9th. I can click here to view the job. So if I click, I view. Okay. And here I can see fire system installation, bring a siren. I can click on my way. If I start my route to the client, I can call the client. I can calculate mileage of my driving. So if I click on my way, that will send a message to the client. We are on the way to your location. You can even add an ID badge of your employee so the customer can see how it looks. If I reach to the house, I can click reach. We are outside your property. We're going to be with you shortly. Now, if you want to navigate, by the way, you have this job location. So if I click on that, it will open all the different GPS solutions that I have on my phone, maybe Apple, Google, Waze, whatever I have. So let's say I like Waze, I can click on Waze. It will open for me the Waze navigation. Okay, and then I can click go now and I start driving to the customer. So that's just an easy way for the technician to start navigating. Then basically when I start my job, I click start time. So time is starting. On the top here, you can see the seconds start ticking. I can leave the phone in my pocket, working all day long, doing whatever I need to help the client. When I finish my job, I can or pause the job, like meaning I need to come back a different day, and for now I'm stopping, or I can complete the job. Okay, so if I click complete the job, it will ask me, wait, before we complete it all the way, did you have any additional cost? Like, did you go to Home Depot? Did you got any receipt? Anything that we need to know about related to this job? You can add title and add the cost. So for example, Home Depot conduit cost $129. Add a picture of the receipt, just so you know the extra expenses you had for that job to know your real profit from that job. If you didn't have, you can skip that. Then basically it creates this job invoice. So it's already doing an invoice for us. So as you can see here, we have 125 labor charge for hour. Then we have a trip charge for $85. Then the total, I can add taxes to that. If I'm okay with what I see, if I need to add any rows, any extra equipment I got from my car, I can always add more things to this invoice. Then I click here, submit. After I click submit, I can take a signature from my client, so the client can sign with his finger like this. I can add notes. So for example, NVR code is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever you need. Now, then I can take a picture or multiple pictures. So let's say I take a picture of something. I can put a caption on this picture. So for example, I can say here, siren installed. And I can take as many pictures as I want by adding more and more files here. Then I click submit when I'm done. Then it will try to take payment from the client. I can cancel that or take payment. In this case, we're just gonna take payment, cash, whatever. I can take check, credit card in the field. And then the job is done. If you don't need to take credit card or checks, that's okay as well. So basically, just to show you again, the overview, how it looks on the admin side. This job, my fire system is done. The original value was 125 per hour. It ended up in 210. The job is completed. I can see a report for this job. So I can see the full breakdown. So when the job is started, when it was accepted, when he was on his way, when he reached to the house. So you can have the real drive time and the breakdown. If there was any extra cost, you can see it here. Signature, pictures, notes. And if you want to see it in a better view, you can download the report. So you can have it for your records. So you can basically download that and you see all the breakdown, the signature, the pictures, and so on and so forth with the extra expenses. So you can keep it for your records, or if you have a problem with one of the clients, show me what time you worked or whatever you need, you can always download the report, give it to him. Here is all we did for you, sir. That's why you owe me money, whatever. And obviously it's generating an invoice as well. You can open the invoice and send the invoice or whatever you need to do on that end. But this is not it. Like I told you, all these categories that I told you, you can create them here. So it's like easier for you to click on a specific category and see the jobs that related to security cameras or to access control. Some people use these folders for different location that they work in. And there is more and more logic behind these folders. Like you can create, let's say you do fire systems. So I know you need to come and do inspections from time to time. So you can create like a folder that whatever job sits in that folder, it will be a recurring job every 6 months or every year. That job will recreate itself. So you can do that kind of thing. Okay, I can show you that if that's something you would like to see. Now I want to show you two things that are important. We have a calendar. On the calendar level, we can see all the different jobs and reminders and everything we have. You can see it on a monthly view, on a weekly view, on a daily view, on a list view. But still, we have one problem here that I don't know. For example, if I have here 10 jobs, it's hard for me to understand who is doing what. Yes, I can basically hover it, but it's hard for me to understand who is doing what. So for that, we created another interesting concept called job schedule. So if you click on job schedule, it gives you a breakdown per person, all the jobs that you have for a specific day. So you can see really per person what he's doing, what job is assigned to him. If there are 2 people assigned to a job, so you're gonna see like a square, and you're gonna see 2 faces on that job. So you're gonna see it under this guy, for example, and under this guy, the same job for the same time frame. If I create like the job, sorry, tell me.
Oh, I was just saying, how did you get to this screen? That was real quick how you got to it's like a more condensed screen where you can see better, because you showed 2 different calendars. This one looks like it's more easier.
Yeah.
To know who's who.
Right. So on the calendar, I see like more breakdown of everyone kind of look and feel.
Yeah.
But I want to show you even this one that I want to see on a weekly scale, daily scale. I can do the same thing, same view per person. I can say, okay, I want to see in this view a specific technician. So I want to see Joe Schmo for the month. Wow, so many jobs he have. One of them is Mike Fire System. So you see, I can see per person. Now, If I want to see all the employees, this is per person. If I want to see all the employees, I have a button here called job schedule.
Mhm.
So job schedule will give me a breakdown.
Where's that at? I don't see that.
You didn't see the job schedule?
I just don't see where you clicked.
Oh, okay. You see
Did you
here?
click on calendar to get there? I couldn't see where the,
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't
under
see your
calendar.
cursor. Oh, I see it now. Okay.
So I have here job schedule.
Okay.
And another one is in jobs. Under jobs, when you create jobs, you have here job schedule, the same thing. I can click on that and be here. So remember, you can do it from jobs or from calendar. Anywhere you want, you can do it. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes, it's easier. I didn't know how you got there, so that's
Yeah,
good.
so you can do it under jobs. I think it will be easier for you. Everything stays in the job section. You can just or create a job or watch the jobs. Okay. So I would do something like that.
Mhm.
And Mike, you wanted to ask something where?
Yeah, I have several questions. Number one, on the software itself, it automatically adds the taxes in from the job.
Yes.
Okay, is that something that you can change as you need? Because we do work in several different states.
Yes.
And the taxes are different in all these states.
Yeah, so you saw, guys, when I created the job, you had an option to choose tax rate. So basically, we have in the menu here, you can customize your tax brackets. So as you can see, I have New Jersey, Austin, Florida. I can have a million different tax brackets. And then depends where I work, I just have to add the right tax amount to it. I can show you an example. Would you like to see an example real quick?
Oh, let me give you an example of what we do.
Yes.
First off, we do a lot of government stuff, and naturally they're tax exempt.
Right.
We also do a lot of stuff with the hospitals and healthcare systems. They again are tax exempt, and that could be in different states.
Mhm.
So, okay, you can give me an example if you want.
Yeah. So I will show you an example. Let's say we create, now we are basically, that will be a good example because that will be a different module that talks about estimating or invoice, right? So let's say we start with an estimate, right? Because you want to estimate, give a quote to someone, and then you get approved or not approved. So you can go to here, shortcuts, and go to estimate, okay? And then I can create an estimate. You follow me so far?
So far,
So I create an estimate.
Shortcuts estimates, yes.
Yeah. So shortcuts is like an easy way to get anywhere you want. I click to, for example, I type a name of a client. I see his company name, whatever. I click on it. Then I can start adding products. So I can start typing DVR, and I add that, and I can add many lines, right? I can say hard drive, whatever I have in my system. Now, let's say I'm adding a thing called fire system. I don't have it here, right? So I can add a new product. So it's going to be in my database. So I don't need to keep typing it. So I can add new. I can add it as an inventory item, non-inventory, or a service like warranty or something. I can add a non-inventory item, fire system. I can add a picture if I want. Type here, silent night. I don't do I never did fire system, so I just remember that company.
yep, we use them a lot.
Yeah, so let's say that costs $555 and I buy it for $444 and I can click save. So by default, it will come up with the price, with everything. And then I can add more and more things. Now, the good thing about our system that is different than a lot of other systems, I don't need to keep always retyping everything because that takes time, always to think what I need and one by one adding items. I can create package bundles. Let's say silent night, and I put motion, this, that, siren, brake, glass break, blah, blah, blah. And then instead of typing it like this, I can basically choose a package and say, you know what, let me click on this, boom. So it's already filling everything for me. And then I just change the quantities and I'm done, if that makes sense. And this is a small list. Imagine that I have a solar kit with cameras and blah, blah. So that becomes like a complete crazy list of things. So I'm just showing you that you don't need one by one. That will save you a lot of time, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And again, you can change pricing. Now, all these packages that you create, you can choose by default. Are they taxable? They're not taxable. If they're taxable, by default, I already in the package decide what tax relate to that. If I don't like that, I can change the tax or make it no tax. So basically like this, and then I have a tax bracket. Maybe I want to give a discount to close the deal. I give you $250 discount, and then I can save and send to the customer, or I can save. For this example, let's save just so you can see how it looks. So I build a big quote in 2 seconds of $7,000. I can convert it to an invoice. I can email to client, or I can download for my view to see how it came out. So we're gonna do download just to see how it looks. So another cool thing about our system is that you can add pictures of your company. So for example, your company here,
Logo.
estimate, logo. We do high quality security systems for your home and business. Then like a breakdown, this estimate can look in 30 different variations. This is like the most simple design I have, but we have 30 different designs. So you have all the breakdown, all the item list, and the total and signature option. You can add terms and conditions. You can really customize it to the smallest detail. And in the end, you can add another page and say, you know what? We're not doing only cameras. We do alarm, we do intercom, we do home theater, we do anything that you want, everything under the sun. And this is my license number. And now this quote doesn't look like a one-page quote. It looks like a serious company, like a brochure, like an insurance company that gives you a quote, or like you go to the bank, you get like this folder. So that's my goal, to give you like, if I compare with other players, I look like more serious than them, that I invest more in software and I look nice. And if they print it to give it to someone, it looks like a nice brochure, if that makes sense. So
David, let me ask you a question. Don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
All right, on your categories, can we add or change categories on there?
you can add, change, you can do anything you want in this system. It's completely customizable.
Okay.
Okay.
It's nice.
Now let me show you another cool thing. So this total came out to be $7,000, right? Another thing we can do here, we can click payment schedule. So I can say, you know what? I want to get, the way I work is I take 50% down and 50% upon completion, for example. Or whatever the way, you can add as many payment structure that you want. You can click save. And then when I revisit this quote, this breakdown gonna go to the customer, and then he will know, you know, there is a deposit and that's what I'm expecting from you. Sign this. So the client know, okay, I need to pay in 35, 33 or whatever. So you can create payment schedules, if that makes sense, if that's something you need. A lot of people using that, that's helping you to, you know, so customer knows what to pay you.
Yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah, so me too. That's
Yeah.
why, that's why I'm showing you that. Okay, guys, so you can do that as well. You can make in the quote to show here an image. So basically every product item, for that you need every product item to actually add images. And then you can make the quote like even more visual, like with each product have its own picture and stuff like that. The estimate becomes more heavy like that, but you can do that as well, okay? So that's kind of what I wanted to show you about that. Now, when you send an email to a customer, actually, it creates the email where it sends to, you can add CC or BCC. estimate from your company. Hey, David, blah, blah, blah. We are so happy that you're considering doing business with us. Best regards. You can even add a payment option so people can pay you with PayPal or authorize that or whatever. They pay you automatically from their email if you want. You can attach specs. You can set a reminder for yourself to call them back in a week. And you can send the email and that goes to the customer. And the customer can even accept this estimate and it will convert by itself to an invoice and update you that the customer closed the deal, you did a good job. So all that is kind of automatic on the back end. You can do that. Another cool feature sorry, before I move on, and I like to run fast. So do you have any question about this estimate that I just did, or it's kind of cool, or what do you think about that part?
Well, can we do cut and paste on this?
Cut and paste, like in what way?
For example, if we have a certain product or a certain price that we have on another software, can we copy it and paste it in here?
I don't know how you plan to copy paste because theoretically, let me show you how I build a package and you tell me if that will work for you. Is that okay?
Okay.
So if I go here, we have a menu and then I go to paperwork and we have packages. So everything in invoice, estimate, everything that is paperwork, it's under paperwork. And here I create a package. I call it fire. This is how it's going to actually work. So I click here, fire system, and I start typing silent night. So you see, I already have here. So I can add that and I can add multiple lines. So I can copy like, Control C, Control V here. And I can create like a fire system, glass break. So I actually need to copy paste it from there to here. I'm just creating something quick, motion, sensor, whatever, item, something, and blah, 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 okay? And so basically I need to copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. That's how it's gonna actually work here. But it's pretty quick. As you can see, I can decide what kind of tax bracket. If I don't, maybe it's gonna go to a government facility, so I don't have to put any tax. I can just leave it like that. If I will need tax, fine. So I can just leave it like that, 735. If I do want tax, I can just mark things up. In general, I always work in this area, let's say. So I click save. And now I created this fire system. Now, every time I need to create an estimate, I go here, I look for a customer, and then instead of start typing like we did, I choose a package. The package is fire system. Boom, it fills out whatever we talked about, $7.95, save and send. That's it, done, boom, finished in 1 second. If that makes sense, like.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, just saving you a lot of time, really.
Yeah.
Building quotes and thinking, what do you need? Another cool thing is you don't have to put one quote. Like you can say, you know what? I want this client want cameras and access. So same customer, I can do, for example, I can do fire. So it's 5 lines, as you can see, and I want the alarm kit. So you see, you can add 2 packages, you can add 3 packages. You don't. And then like you don't need this item. So I remove that item. I don't need 1, I need 3. Okay, 3. So the price 150. So really very simple to create quotes and like,
Uh-huh.
So you
I have a question.
Yes, please.
That button at the bottom left, it says attachments. So that be for like POs or like work orders or something like that? Or how would you attach if they need to see a purchase order or something like that? Yeah.
Oh, purchase orders, you want to send this?
Or how would you?
Okay. Wait, let me show you something.
Like if they want a purchase order with it, how do you attach that?
Oh yeah, so you can just click here. And
Like if you're doing work for another
you can
business.
attach here a purchase order and you can send it to them and they need to fill it out, whatever, and then they will get, the way this will work it will send them the invoice, the estimate. So for example, it will send them something like this. Hello, John, blah, 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 blah. The estimate is below. So you're gonna get it in the email. On the bottom, you will have the estimate itself and a purchase order. You're just gonna have two files attached. And you can say here, fill out
Okay,
the
that's,
purchase
yeah, that's what I was
order.
wondering.
Yeah, fill out the purchase order and the estimate is attached as well. That's it. Is that
That was under the attachments button then?
Yeah, you can do it from there, or actually when you send the email, you can attach another file here. So if you didn't do it here, you can do it
Okay.
here. We're giving you two options. If you forgot to do it before, you can always do it after.
And that's not bad. I like that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Rachel,
I do too.
is that answering your question or?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was wondering about that, how you, because I know that people have wanted those attached to the invoices, so I was wondering how to do that. So that clears that up.
Let me show you another cool thing. Let's say this estimate, okay, 11, whatever, I want this estimate to convert to an invoice, okay? So I can click here and it builds it as an invoice now. I'm looking at it again. Yeah, that looks okay. I click save. Now I have an invoice created. By the way, it says invoice now. Even the invoices you can redo. So now I have this invoice for $11.79. What I can do, let's say I buy things from ADI or from some supplier. I don't need to call them now, hey, supplier man, give me 2 of this, 1 of that, 3 of this, 1 of that, right? That's what you do today. Instead of that, you can click here, purchase order. It creates a purchase order with this item list, okay, with their cost price, that's what you expect to pay for. You choose a supplier and you can just send it to the supplier. So you already get your email, what exactly he needs to prepare for you. Okay, 1 of pet immune, 1 motion, 1 sliding door, 3 this, 1 that. Again, you don't have to use it, just trying to save you time. So you don't need to call all the time to different suppliers. You can just choose the supplier and send him a list. If your quote is built from 2 suppliers, maybe this is a camera system that you buy from John, and this camera and this alarm you buy from Mo, whatever. So it doesn't go to the same. So I can basically remove these 4 lines, send this to John, and then do again, and then remove these items and send it to Mo, and each one knows what I need to get done. Is that something that makes sense, or it's not something that relates to you?
Makes sense to me.
Okay, again, my goal is to save you time. Now, let me show you another important part. So this is about customers. Actually, we are a CRM, right? CRM is customer relationship management. Our main goal is to satisfy our customer and give them the most attention that we can, and really to follow them in the best scenario possible. So here we see we have name, phone, mobile, email address, like basic things that I need to know about my customer. And I can drag my table from side to side. It's pretty cool. The reason I need to drag it, I'll show you now. But let's say now, when I create a new customer, I'm missing something here. And I need to add, maybe I want to know the type of this client. When I open a client, I want to know what type of client it is. Maybe it's a commercial, residential, or I want to know if it's what he bought from me before, access control, or maybe I need more things than just a name, last name, mobile, email, company name. I need more things, right? So I can basically come here, instead of new customer, I can add a column. Like I want to add another column here. I want to say, so I want, for example, a text box. I can drag and drop and call this one system installed, whatever. I want to know what system installed for this guy, and I want some select box. Oh, sorry. I want a select box, system type. for example, that we did for him. So I want, for example, CCTV. Again, I'm showing you just a little bit the power of customization. So you know that you can do much more than just what you get by default. And let's say fire and fire. Okay. And I can add more options, as you can see here. And I can say, I want it to be a required field. When I fill out a customer, I have to fill this out or not. So I'm not going to leave it as required. I keep save. And now if I go back to customers, when I add a new customer here, I have more fields, you see? Now I can put the system that I install. Maybe I need to drop down what kind of system I install. So now if I create this customer, I'm going to have more field to look at. Not only that, each existing customer, I can add some things. So for example, I have this line here, and this line is to show me what I see on my table. I can click on that. I say, oh, you know what? I want to add the system type to my table. So I click here. Now I have a new column called system type because I added it. So here we have a custom quick update. All the fields that I added manually, I can click here. And just in a quick second, I can just change the system. So let's say this client is a fire client. Okay, I click save. So basically every time I'm gonna come here, it's gonna say here, fire. This guy is CCTV. Let's say Becca. I want to change her. She's a CCTV client. Okay, CCTV, save. Every time I click on that, now CCTV. So when I look at my clients, I understand what type of client it is, or whatever you want. You can really add any kind of field, dates, maybe permits, under what process she is, whatever. Again, you take it, your imagination to your direction. I have just to show you like how to use it, then you take it to your, to your way. Does that make sense so far?
So far,
Yep.
so good.
Okay, and another cool thing, we have like a follow-up option. So I can send you an estimate and create follow-up, and then I keep bothering you. Hey, Rachel, I sent you a quote 2 days ago. What do you think? Then 3 days later, hey, Rachel, I just put it on top of your email. Just wondering, where do we stand? 7 days later, 10 days, 15, 20, 35, 40, until you are so upset that like, okay, let's do it. Or don't call me. No, I don't want it. Whatever, but you are busy on the day-to-day life and operations. With time, you forget about the customer. Maybe the customer is not a bad customer, he just forgot as well, or he's busy with his stuff. So that automation will maybe put a little bit more money in your pocket. You're just waking the dead kind of deal. And then boom, yes, I do the deal. So even if I give you 2 deals extra that, if you don't follow up, because follow-up is a big deal, right? Like it's very important to follow up. So this is just a way to follow up on an email. And another way to follow up is on SMS. So you can follow up the same concept with SMS messages. So it's like more, I would use it more for residential, actually, not for big commercial jobs, obviously. So that's like, coming to his phone, he cannot ignore it. Oh, shit, yeah, let's do it or not, whatever. When they actually accept it, the follow-up will stop. So that's just a cool thing that you need to know. And we have an option to create a greeting. So you can fill out a greeting, and then you can choose that greeting, and it will just give you like a big greeting. Hello, David. It was a pleasure talking to you. Just so you know, blah, blah, blah. You can put icons and a little bit YouTube videos and our website. And just, you just talk to someone on the phone. You can create like different templates of greeting. And you just choose one of these templates and just boom, quick email. Hey, thank you for calling us. We're so happy, whatever. So instead of you writing an email and start thinking what to write for him all the time, just in a click of a button, send, done. Again, just an idea you can use. So you can do greeting, you can follow up, you can SMS follow up, and you can create SMS follow up. So you can create like predefined SMSs as well. Yeah, sorry, tell me.
Oh, sorry. When you send out those follow-ups, there's certain, like they're already typed out for you. Does it automatically put their name in for them, or do you have to go in and type in the names?
No, it's always gonna put the name
Like
of
the
customer
individual
by
names.
default. Yeah, hello, in this,
It'll pull the name from the customer. Okay.
yeah, hello Vanessa, hello Becca, hello whatever it is. And
Okay.
so yeah, you can predefine SMSs as well. You can create a transaction, like create an invoice or estimate, or check the pending invoices for this client, or paid, or reminder for him, create a job for him from here. Create electronic, by the way, we have electronic documents like agreements. So if you want to create an agreement and shoot him a quick agreement, you can do that. You know, like DocuSign, but we already giving it to you built in our system, so you don't need to pay to any other software whatsoever. My goal is that you don't pay nothing besides our software. And even our software, I don't want you to pay a lot. So even our pricing is very cost effective. We will get to that. I guess you know the pricing, but if not, we can talk about that as well. And last thing, you can buy even a phone system from us. We have a voice over IP phone integration, so you can actually click on the phone and immediately start a call, record the calls, send messages, whatever you want, like a regular phone line. You can even port your phone to us. And the good benefit about that is eventually on the attachment side, you can have all the calls, all the call recording with this client, all the SMSs with this client, all the voicemail he left you, whatever you need to know, you're gonna have that recording. So if in the future he disputes a transaction or something, you can always have everything about him. You give the credit card, the merchant services, a brochure about everything that he did with you, signatures from the job, keep pictures from his house, whatever, recording from everything he told you, you know. So the more information, the more you are organized and actually keeping the records, the more nobody can mess with you, you know, again, on the dispute side, or when you need to get payments, everything is organized, all the invoices, estimates, all the documents. So, you know, trying to synchronize all your daily activities into one consolidated platform, is that the right word to say. So yeah, so that's kind of customers, what you can do on customer. Again, customer is a very big thing. And let me show you one more thing that for sure you're gonna use. Is that okay? Are we still have few
I'm
minutes?
good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
So we have here.
Yes, so far so good. Yep.
Yeah, Rachel, tell me, sorry.
Oh, no, I said so far so good.
Okay. So we have here planning. Planning is super cool feature that no other software are giving you. I didn't see it in any other software, and I'm kind of in this business for a long time. You can create a plan room. So I can create a plan and call it, for example, let's say Rachel House. And here I need to type the name of the client. So let's choose this client, for example. And I can put a plan. So the plan is install 5 cameras, okay, whatever. So I can create save. So basically you can come to a house, do an estimate, take picture, or a facility or whatever you need. You take pictures of the job, okay? Then you can open, upload that pictures. And now I'm gonna show Rachel house that I want her to have in the future. So I took the dream house that I want Rachel to have. I'm gonna show you, Rachel, the house that I want you to have. And for example, I call this front of the house. And here I'm gonna put, let's say, 2 cameras and doorbell. So this is super cute. Like what you can do here, you see it uploads a Rachel house that is up and coming. And I can create like different images. So I can put like different images of cameras or access control or different things. And I can just drag and drop them. So I can basically put it here. Okay. And then another camera from the left side, I'm gonna put it here. Maybe I need to mark something on the door. So I say, here is a door station. Maybe I need to write some text. So I'm gonna put here 10 by 10, whatever. So I can save this image And now I can add this plan to the job, right? And then when the technician comes there, he doesn't need to call Mike. Hey, Mike, I see that I have 5 cameras, but where do you want them? The house is so circular. Where do you want it? Oh, you see on the top right next to the stairs. You don't need to do that anymore. You just actually can take a picture, design it nicely, add it to the job. The guy comes to the job, he opens the job, he understands everything he needs. He doesn't even call you, he just starts working. Does that make sense?
Yep, we've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah. So this is another one cool thing. Another thing you can say, oh, you know what? I want to add another image, sketch. You can upload a sketch as well. And just to show you, let's see if I have some drawing here. So
There
you can upload a drawing as well. Let's just give it bullshit name. And again, this is like a stretch. You can have a normal drawing. This is like a stupid drawing. But either way, and you can say here, you know, let's say the cameras gonna be in yellow, or let's give it a different color because it's too white. Let's do blue. So this is marking the cameras. So one camera here, one camera here, one camera here. And then in yellow, you put different things. And you know, you start building like your sketch. And you can put text. The text I wanted black. Here we're gonna put camera. Whatever. You start texting and drag and dropping or whatever you need. Again, it doesn't have to be like a house like I showed you, but that's like visual and easy. But again, you can do sketch, you can do whatever, plans, save. And eventually, we have this plan built with these 2 things. When I go to a job, and I create a new job just to show you how easy it is. I type here David, and one of the plans gonna be Rachel house, and now this plan gonna be part of my job. And then when he opens, he can see Rachel house, and he can actually understand what he need to do. Is that cool? Did you like that?
I did.
Okay, so this is super functional, especially in our industry, and it saves a lot of unnecessary phone calls. And lastly, I'm just gonna show you one last thing, because either way I took too much of your time. We have here a thing called bookings. Bookings is a very cool feature. A lot of people use as well. What is your company name?
Digital Signal Systems.
Digital Signal. It's like DSS, basically?
That's it.
Okay, so DSS appointment. And what is your logo color, for example?
Black and orange.
Black and orange. Let's choose some nice orange here. And you can custom the time that people can schedule an appointment with you or a service call. People can choose the booking slot, like 1 hour window or how many windows, how many people can like meet you on the same slot time frame, what kind of services they can order, what fields you want them to fill out, and then you click save, and then you can look at it how it looks. So this kind of thing gonna go to your website. You can leave it like make an appointment, schedule appointment. They click on that, they get to something like this. They can schedule appointment for tomorrow at this time. This service that I need is access control, blah, 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 blah. Save. When that happens, it goes to the lead section. It creates a new lead for you. You can convert it to a customer. You can email them. You can start negotiating with them. It will come on your calendar as well. It will notify you as well. So just a cool feature that keep you everything synchronized into one platform. The way you put this kind of look and feel on your website, and you can design it. You have a short code here. You give it to your web developer. If you don't have one, even we can help you with that. And you can just copy paste that to the site and you're done. You have a nice appointment schedule, online booking, we call it. But so that's another cool thing you can use. And again, what about Rachel question here? If you click customization, all the follow-up, all the SMS templates that go like on my way and reached and all these kind of messages, even notification to the customers or to the technician. When your employees have birthdays, you can create some nice greeting for their birthday or different contents or for leads. So
Mhm.
you can really design it. And when you want to create follow-ups, you can do that as well. So follow up on estimates, follow up on email. So the way it works is you can put here a title and a text if you need even a file, but when you add more, so you can say, okay, 3 days later, I want this message to go. And then 5 days after that, I want this message to go. And you can really do whatever you want. Okay, we don't limit you in anything. You can break it down
That's
and play
nice.
with it. Huh?
I was just said that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm just showing you that it's really customizable. And again, like if you want different template styles, you can choose with different coloring. If you want the pages, like how the estimates and invoice are coming. So like I told you, you can put image in the front, image in the back, image on the front of the invoice, on the back, what kind of title will come, what kind of greeting will come. Do you want maybe terms and conditions for the estimate or for the invoice? Maybe you want images to add, maybe you want signatures to be requested. And then you click save, and again, you customize anything. We give you full power to do anything you want. And again, we have much more feature. I'm not gonna bother you now, but we have full phone feature with IVRs, and you can buy numbers and do a lot of things here, and you can do marketing tools. You can create web forms and email marketing, mail template combinations. You can create like MailChimp, like start building your own mail template and send it to your customers, something nice. Again, it's everything is drag and drop and really cool. I'm just showing you more power because the reason I'm showing you all this is that the CRM have a lot of features, but we're not charging you for each feature individually. We're just giving you one bulk price for everything. You use whatever you want to use. And we made it as friendly as possible with all these features, because other companies, for example, will tell you, oh, you want customers? Okay, that comes by default. Do you want now to send emails? You want to send estimates? We charge for that. You want to add payment integration? We charge $25 a month for that. You want this feature? It's another $17. So they start ramping you up as you go, after you get used to them. We don't do these tricks. We show you that you have all these features, but they're already coming built in as part of your system. You don't really need to pay nothing extra. Just like you can use anything you want. Enjoy, grow with us, and that's it. No hidden fees and no manipulation after the fact kind of deal. So that's kind of what I want to show you. But if you have any other questions that I didn't went through, I would love to hear. I would love to help. I would explain. Please tell me if you have anything beside what we talked about.
Rachel, do you have any questions?
I do not.
David, I have just a few quick questions for you.
Yes, please.
How many users on this program?
You can add as many users as you want. By default, you need to add at least one.
I mean, is there a per license or per seat charge or something?
Yeah. So let me show you.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah. I didn't say nothing yet. I'm saying if you go to crmrunner.com, right?
Oh.
We have a pricing.
Uh-huh.
So our price is $25 per seat if you pay annually. If you pay month to month, it's $35 per seat. That's when you pay monthly. So you save 40% if you go annually with us. There is no maximum, there is minimum. The minimum is 1, right? So you need to have at least 1 seat.
All righty, that's good. Well, that kind of answers a whole bunch of questions that I was gonna. How about updates?
Updates. like as the system grows and the features are getting more and more robust, for example?
Correct. Or if there's anything that needs to be changed or updated, or if there's any problems with the system.
Yeah, so
there-
so it's two questions, right? Problem with the system and upgrades. So upgrades, because it's cloud-based, you don't need to do anything on your end. It will automatically update. On the app side,
Okay.
it will ask you to upgrade your, like, you know, like you have an iPhone. You have an iPhone, for example, today?
Well, we don't use any Apple products.
Oh, okay. So you have Androids, but sometimes you have a version upgrade for the Android, or some application need to update itself. So it's
Correct.
already updating on the back end, and worst case scenario, it will ask you for a permission to upgrade. Like there is a new upgrade. Do you want to update? You click yes, update. Do you know what I mean? And it
I
will
do.
just update for you. So you don't need to worry about that. It's not like you have a desktop version and you need to delete and re-download and accept the terms and conditions. You know, there is no, because it's cloud-based, it's everywhere. You can easily access it everywhere. And the benefit as well is that as we grow and new upgrades coming, so it's gonna do that automatically for you. On the app side, it may be gonna ask you something like, hey, we did a new update, click to update if you want. So that's about that part of things. And about
Okay.
support that you asked, we have a lot of options for support. So number one, you can always chat with us, you can email us, you can call us. We're always gonna answer you and take care of you. Another thing is we have all the how-to tutorials, and we have like a quick how-to, like you just start typing how to do this, how to do that. So you have like a help section and you can actually find the solution. And because a lot of people don't like to read, we did it like a very short, like 3-4 step scenarios. And we did a complete video explanation per module. So you can actually play, pause, you know, a lot of people don't like to read, they just like to play with the system. That's how they gain experience. That's how I do. That's why I watch a lot of YouTube, for example. So you can actually just click play and watch and pause, actually play with it again, back and forth. Then you're gonna, and you know, as you keep growing and playing with the system, I believe you're gonna be top of the line like anything. It's all coming with experience and with not experience, with repetition, you know, like you keep using it and then you become better at it.
Right.
That's what I think. But again, it's I think for the features that it have, and not because I work here, the features that it have and the way we structured it, I think it's very user friendly. And it's kind of, it's easy to find things, and you can really, even this kind of menu, if you want to reorganize it, because you, for example, you don't use GPS a lot, but you do use, let's say, inventory a lot, just for example. So inventory is number 10 here. You can say, you know what, I want inventory to be here. So you can even organize that. So now inventory is here. So every time you open your shortcut, you see the things that you use the most. So it's just easy for you. You need to click on something, boom.
So you can drag them to the top.
On the shortcuts, you don't have drag and drop. On the shortcuts, you need to actually choose a number. So for example, this is 21. I want to put it here. I need to move, click on that and change it to 21.
I see.
That's the only thing that you need, because this is
Okay,
like,
I get that.
She said she understood.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't say anything. I was just, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Okay, we all understand each other. That's cool.
Yep.
What other questions do you have, guys?
One last question on pay. We have a bunch of customers that have automatic payments to us. Is there some way we can enter that in? For example, a lot of our customers do an ACH payment for us.
Yeah, so the way we're gonna need the you have those details somewhere?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Okay, let's say ACH, it means that they have routing and account number, right?
Correct.
Do you have those details about them or no?
Yeah, we do.
You do. So yeah, basically it should be very simple. We can create those customers. We can import all the customers here. Then we go to each customer and we just create a recurring invoice with an ACH, and that's it. And it will start charging him ACH from our system. Same thing
Simple
like
enough.
today.
Yeah, that's simple enough.
Yeah, it's simple, and I will help you again. After that step, I will need to help you a few times just to customize it to your needs and make it look super nice and make you look, the best I can make you look. So I will help you in few things just to get you up and running. One of our account managers, success managers will join you and help you take notes what you need, help you to customize it just so you can get up and running as fast as possible. And again, it's all about repetition and about you actually playing with the system. That's what will build you confidence and build you, you're going to be able to use it properly.
Well, you know what? I do have one last question.
Yeah.
Do we have a limit on storage space?
Storage space. Yes, by default, you have 2 gigs of storage. And then basically every extra 10 gigs of storage, it's $10 a month.
Okay.
But again, most of the things don't take storage, like customer stuff like that. We don't take storage, but when you start taking a lot of pictures and stuff like that, even though we compress the pictures to a very small kilobyte, eventually it becomes a lot. And when you cross that line, you're gonna have another expense of $10 a month. That's
I see.
I didn't see that a lot happening, but with the time, maybe after a year, you're gonna get to a point that maybe you're gonna need to pay another $10. But that's a small point, I hope.
Well, I like what I see.
Thank you. How is it compared to what you're using today?
Got it all over it.
Huh?
Seriously, it's, you have QuickBooks on there. You can download from QuickBooks. I've had QuickBooks for years. For my company, it is the biggest useless piece of software that I've ever used. You can't tailor make it. I mean, even the QuickBooks software engineers, they says, "Oh, we can tailor make it to your company." Nope. If you don't fit in a pigeonhole, it doesn't work.
I know. You know what's the problem actually? If we talk openly, they are already a dinosaur. In our industry, it's called dinosaur. It's like when you build it old school from very long time ago, and now new features come up and everything is colorful or whatever. I want to make it different because their technology is old and they cannot change it on the fly because they have already a lot of customers built in and their technology is old. So it's very hard to modify things because now if you modify something, all the customer getting hurt. Our technology is new, so everything is like module based. So we can do anything that we want because again, we are like a newer technology. Not trying to say that I'm better or something, just saying, because they are old school, it's hard to manipulate and move on, So
right. No. And this is more tailor-made to what we do.
Exactly.
So, and it looks like it's a very user-friendly software, in my opinion.
Thank you.
All the years that I have used QuickBooks, and at the end of the fiscal year, you have to do something to make it work for the next fiscal year. And it, like taxes, for example, it wants to assign whatever the taxes are in your locality. Well, they get it wrong all the time. So then I got to go back and for example, in Pennsylvania, we have, in 2 counties, we have what's called a RAD tax. That's a regional asset district tax, but it's only in 2 counties in Pennsylvania. And I have to go back and I got to check this all the time. It's a pain in the backside. And then you get audited and they want to know, well, how come these companies didn't pay that extra % RAD tax? Well, software won't let me do it, you know.
Right. So we make it much easier for you because I understand you. And
Yeah,
again,
what I've seen you demonstrate, it looks like it is something that we could certainly use, I think.
yeah. And not only that, I'm giving you by default 14 days. I want you to try it out. You know, play with it. And I'm sure you're gonna take it eventually because there is no solution that actually integrates everything in one. And we keep growing always, keep adding more and more in our roadmap to make your life even easier and easier as we go. So hopefully, you know, but already now you have everything you need, but you know, in our roadmap, we want to create like packages and different kind of automation to make your life completely like one button click. Half of the process of your daily operation is done. If I can save you minutes, you know, a day or hours a day, and I can make you, you know, enjoy more to do fun stuff than actually sit and start building quotes all day long or whatever it is, or close more deals because you follow up on them more without actually calling them, or anything that I can help, you know, we're gonna try to create. So eventually your life gonna be more streamlined and easier.
Sounds good, David.